Hi there, hope you're well. This is a tutorial video about how you increase your presence in your online meetings. Now, these skills work for MS Teams or for Zoom or pretty much any platform that you're using, whether it's client calls, whether it's team meetings, or whether you're presenting a virtual event. These steps will make sure that you're making the maximum impact, you're presenting yourself in the most professional way, and you're scoring points for professionalism and capability. So the tool that I'd like to introduce you to is a system called CALM, C-A-L-M, and that stands for Camera, Angle, Lighting and Mic. They're going to be your foundation stones for making sure that you are presenting with maximum impact in your online sessions. So let's get started. The C stands for the camera. Now, wherever you can, use the best quality camera that you can find. This for some will be built into your computer or your laptop. If you're going to use your phone, that's absolutely fine. Just make sure it's still. Hand holding is never going to win you too many points. Now, I want you to get into the habit of every time you start a call, even if you have 5 calls a day, grab yourself a soft cloth. So something like this, used for wiping glasses, and just give your camera lens a wipe. And it doesn't matter if you did this an hour ago for the last call. I want you to get into the habit of doing it before every call. Things fly around in the air, you get dust picking up, but your camera lens, making it super clean, means that your visuals are sharp. So that's your camera. Next is the angle. And now this is really important. We've all been in those meetings where somebody's got the laptop or the phone down below them and all you can see is top of their eyes and lots of ceiling. Now that doesn't set you in the most professional terms. Equally, what you don't want to do is set your camera so high that all people are seeing is the top of your head. What we're aiming for is that your camera is at eye level with you. And now that might mean popping your laptop up onto a shoebox or some reams of paper, or even popping your camera onto a stand or tripod. Shoeboxes work absolutely brilliantly, and you can think about just dropping the height of the chair so that your camera is in eye level with you at all times. And really try and speak to the camera. And if you can, manoeuvre the people in your meeting room to the top of the screen. If your camera is at the top of your laptop or computer screen, you want to put your people along the top too. This means that you're speaking directly to them, and you're not looking down to speak to them or looking off to the side to speak to them. If you're running a session on two screens, and make sure that you've got your people that you're speaking to here, and you might pop your notes off to the side, so you can glance off to the side but you're coming back here to deliver it. And remember, you're human. Don't try and stare into the lens so hard that you don't blink, because you're not a robot, you are a person, and you wouldn't do that in a meeting sense. So that's the first two. First is the camera, making sure that it's high quality as you can get and that it's clean. And next is the angle, making sure that it's at eye level, and that you're making eye contact with people. Build that connection, build that rapport, and that trust. Also, it helps smooth out the chin and makes you a little bit smoother by having it just at eye level. Next is your L, which is lighting, which is so important. If you're not well lit, you're going to appear as either sinister or shifty or just not professional. So if you can, get yourself facing a window. Natural light is always better than synthetic light, than electric lighting. So at the moment I have my window in front of me. So the light is coming in onto my face and I've got no dramatic shadows either side. Now, it doesn't matter if you are lit and your background starts to fall into shadow. Actually, that's quite helpful. But you want to make sure that you're evenly lit. If you can't get near a window, or your call is at dusk, or in the winter we're going to be facing darkness at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, if you're in the northern hemisphere, feel free to pop a couple of lamps on. You might want to put the overhead light on, but I would get a desk lamp with as close to a white bulb as you can, and just pop that in front of you, and just make sure that your face is evenly lit from all sides. Try and avoid lighting yourself from underneath, it will make some very strange shadows. Slightly above and in the front is best. So just have a little practice and a little play. Set your laptop and your camera up as if you were going to have a meeting, and switch it on. Actually go into your meeting platform, turn your camera on and have a look at yourself. How do I seem? Am I well lit? Am I a little bit dark? Am I in shadow? And how will people see me? And then once you've got it, take a picture on your phone of your setup, so that each time you do a meeting or each day that you start, you can come back and set your whole thing up exactly as you left it, until you get in that habit of finding where you need to be. So that's your C, your A and your L. Next is microphone. Now lots of people will have access to a set of these or the earbuds. They are fantastic. They will give you in-ear audio and microphone all at the same time. Some people will have a headset, and if you're not really into the headset, the microphone can be quite useful. But make sure that that microphone's not too close to your mouth, because all the people will hear is a Darth Vader. Also make sure that that microphone's not going to catch on your top on a zip or a button, because then they'll hear that constant clicking, which can be quite distracting. And do try out your microphone. Test and test with other people. How does this sound? Does it sound better with my laptop microphone only? But you'll get a lot of background noise, so if you've got a busy home, you might find that a directional mic is better. You might choose to use something like this, which is a little lav mic. Super cheap. I'll drop some links in the comments section. If you want to purchase one of these, they don't cost loads of money. You can just clip that on your top, either visible or not, but it picks up your voice and deadens some of the surrounding sound. Whatever you choose to use as your microphone, definitely test. Get on a call with somebody else. This is my setup for the session. How does it sound? Hit record on your session and listen to it back. How do I sound on the microphone? Can I hear myself clearly? Is it muffled? Is there any distorted noise? And get that practice in before your sessions. Once you've got your setup nailed and you're happy with your mic, you're good to go for the future. So there it is, your C, your A, your L and your M. Your camera, making sure it's clean and the best quality you can. Your A is your angle. Make sure that you get the angle right, that you're eye level, no nostril shots and no top of the head shots please, and that you're looking towards the camera. And your L is your lighting, making sure we've got no harsh shadows on you, and it's okay if there's some in the background. And your M is your microphone, testing your setup and testing what mic you're going to use for the clearest sound. Last couple of tips before I leave you. Just have a check of your background and check that you've not got anything awkward sticking out of your head because it's on the shelf behind you. Check that you've got no random pieces of personal property in the background. You might want to use something really blank, so you might choose to use just a white wall and door. You might want to bring in something personal like your book collection. People can do some really interesting things. If you're going to use a virtual background, test it and make sure it's sharp. If you look at all pixelated around the edge of your face and head, scrap it, don't use it. Virtual backgrounds can be great, but they can also be really difficult to get right. A clean professional background is always going to be better. And as I said, it doesn't matter if your background's not really well lit, you are the focus of attention. Making sure that you are in the centre of the frame, that you're not just a floating head, that you've got a little bit of chest and you've not got too much ceiling or wall above you. Making sure you fill as much of the frame as possible as a normal human. Think normal human, normal meeting room. Lastly, think about what you're going to wear in your sessions. If there's a lot of you on the call and you're the chair, it's quite often good to think about wearing a bright or light top. Lots of people will wear black, lots of people wear casual wear, and that's fine if that's what your business does. But if you're working from home in a professional setting, think about just wearing a smart top. It will set you apart. It will also make you easy to pick out. In a room of lots and lots of tiles, the person with the nice bright vibrant top will always be the one that draws attention. And if you're hosting or chairing the session, that's exactly what you want to draw. So there you go, there's your calm method and module, and a couple of extra tips too. If you have any problems at all, do contact me, Lorna at MyOhMyEvents.com, and I hope to see you all very soon. Take care now. Bye.